In 1960, Nigeria achieved a momentous milestone, gaining independence from Great Britain on October 1st. This pivotal event marked the nation's transformation from a British colony into a sovereign state, proudly embracing a federal system of governance. At the helm was Prime Minister Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, with Nnamdi Azikiwe serving as the ceremonial governor-general, symbolizing a new era of autonomy and hope. However, beneath this promising surface lay profound ethnic divisions among the Hausa in the north, the Igbo in the east, and the Yoruba in the west. These rifts would soon manifest as political instability, casting a shadow over the nation's aspirations for unity and progress in the years to come. One of the most notorious figures to emerge from this tumultuous period was Lawrence Nomanyagbon Anini, a fearsome Nigerian bandit who cast a dark shadow over Benin City in the 1980s, accompanied by his loyal sidekick, Monday Osunbor. Today, we will delve into their gripping story and uncover how they became emblematic of Nigeria's most infamous era of regional dictatorship. Their reign inspired a powerful saying that echoed throughout the nation. Among the 19 states in Nigeria, Anini was said to control 3, Ondo, Anambra, and Bendel. Alright, sit back, relax, and grab your popcorn and zay, because we're about to dive into an unforgettable show. If you enjoy what you see, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. I'd truly appreciate your support. Now, roll the intro. Anini was born in 1960 in a humble village nestled about 20 miles from Benin City, now part of Edo State. He relocated to Benin at a young age, where he quickly mastered the art of driving, establishing himself as a talented taxi driver. In the bustling motor parks of Benin, he became renowned for his remarkable ability to navigate the intricate web of competing interests among motor park touts and operators. As his journey unfolded, Anini found himself drawn into the shadows of the city's underbelly, ultimately becoming a driver and transporter for notorious gangs, powerful criminal figures, and cunning thieves. Eventually, he made the bold decision to establish his own gang, bringing together notorious figures like Monday Osunbor, Ofege, and others. They began their escapades as daring car hijackers, audacious bus robbers, and cunning bank thieves. As their notoriety grew, so did their ambition, leading them to extend their criminal exploits to towns and cities far beyond the borders of Benin, reaching deep into the north and east. The complicity of the police is believed to have fueled Anini's reign of terror in 1986. In early that year, 2 of his gang members faced trial and prosecution, betraying a prior underground agreement with the police meant to safeguard their secrets by eliminating crucial evidence against them. The incident, coupled with Anini's deep sense of betrayal by the police, is believed to have ignited a wave of retaliatory actions from him. Outraged and emboldened, Anini and his gang launched a 4-month reign of terror in August 1986, an episode that would be etched in history as one of Nigeria's most tragic crime sagas. Their violent crusade began with a brazen attack on a fast bank branch in Sabangidaora, Edo State, from which they managed to flee with $2,000. In a heartbreaking turn of events, a police officer and several others lost their lives during this harrowing incident. That same month, 2 additional police officers were fatally shot while on duty at a barricade, tragically caught in the line of fire as they attempted to stop Anini's vehicle. On September 6th of that fateful year, the notorious Anini gang brazenly stole a Peugeot 504 from Albert Otto, the devoted driver for Assistant Inspector General of Police Christopher Omabin. In a chilling act of violence, they took Otto's life and concealed his body. It wasn't until 3 months later that his skeletal remains were horrifyingly discovered, lying 16 kilometers from Benin along the Benin-Agbor Highway. The very next day, under the cloak of darkness, Anini, now behind the wheel of a stolen Passat, orchestrated the theft of yet another Peugeot 504 near the former FedEco office in Benin. Just 2 days later, tragedy struck again as Anini's gang ruthlessly killed 2 policemen in the Orhiwan local government area. Throughout that month, the shadow of Anini loomed larger as 3 separate robbery attacks occurred, all pointing unmistakably to his sinister involvement. Just a day after his audacious operation, Anini, famously known as the Law, took on the role of a modern-day Father Christmas, showering the streets with wads of Naira notes for the delighted market vendors in a village near Benin to scoop up for free. This extravagant gesture heralded a chilling 4-month reign of terror that gripped the region from August to December 1986. With a flair for the dramatic, Anini penned numerous letters to media outlets, aligning himself with the mythical Robin Hood, as he eloquently justified his criminal escapades with political undertones. Alarmed by the gang's apparent elusiveness and their brazen defiance, General Ibrahim Babangida, the military president at the time, ordered an extensive manhunt to capture the notorious kingpin and his band of robbers. The police embarked on a relentless pursuit of the notorious robbers, meticulously scouring every corner of Bendel State, where they were rumored to operate and reside. A wave of anxiety swept across the nation, fueled by the robbers' audacious deeds. Yet, despite the police's unwavering efforts, their nefarious activities only seemed to escalate. The more they were hunted, the bolder they became. Tales of their invincibility began to circulate among the locals, painting a picture of criminals who might never be apprehended. However, during a pivotal meeting of the Armed Forces Ruling Council in October 1986, General Babangida turned to the Inspector General of Police, Atim Inyang, and in a moment charged with intensity asked, "My friend, where is Anini?" The narrative surrounding Lawrence Anini has captivated many, with evocative titles such as The Anini Factor, Lawrence Anini, The Man, The Myth, Anini, Jack the Ripper, and Lawrence Anini, a Robin Hood in Bendel. It took the unwavering courage of Superintendent of Police Coyote Juan Rororo to put an end to Anini's reign of terror. On that fateful day, December 3, 1986, Juan Rororo seized the moment, apprehending Anini at number 26 Oyemwosa Street, right across from Iguodala Primary School in the heart of Benin City, where he was surrounded by 6 women. In that instant, the chapter of fear and legend closed, leaving behind a tale that would echo through time. Responding to a tip-off from vigilant locals, the policeman confidently made his way to the house where Anini was hiding, apprehending him with surprising ease. Juan Rororo led an elite 10-man team to the scene, and with a firm knock, they roused Anini from his hiding. Clad only in his underpants, he reluctantly opened the door. "Where is Anini?" the police officer asked, his tone authoritative. Caught off guard and with nowhere to escape, Anini attempted to outsmart them. "Oh, Anini is under the bed in the inner room," he lied. As he spoke, he tried to slip past Juan Rororo and his team. In a desperate move, he shoved and headbutted a police officer, but it was all in vain, a futile struggle against an inevitable capture. Juan Rororo reached for his gun, stepped hard on Anini's right toe, and shot at his left ankle. Anini surged forward, but the policeman took hold of him and put him in a sitting position. They then pumped more bullets into his shot leg and almost severed the ankle from his entire leg. Already anguished by the excruciating pains, the policeman asked him, "Are you Anini?" And he replied, "My brother, I won't deceive you. I won't tell you lie. I'm Anini." Confined to a wheelchair following the amputation of his leg, Anini faced his trial with an air of defiance. He was sentenced to death by Justice James Omo Agege and met his fate on March 29, 1987. In a striking moment, Anini cast the blame for the murders of his victims onto his deputy, Monday Osenbor, declaring, I only threatened people for money. I don't shoot people. It is Monday who kills. He further insisted, I did not kill a police officer. My role is clear. I am a driver. I drive. I always plead with them not to kill police or innocent people. My sorrow stems from the tragic deaths of my father and brother in Ibadan, as well as my friend, King Suika. His arrest stirred a complex mix of emotions within the community, where many viewed him as a kind of Robin Hood figure. This ambivalence made his capture anything but a universally celebrated event. The Guardian newspaper voiced its discontent with the brutal manner of his arrest, highlighting humanitarian concerns and calling the incident brutal and unfortunate. Their critique was eloquently expressed in an editorial published on December 13, 1986, shedding light on the tragic circumstances surrounding his fate. Due to the glaring neglect of Anini's well-being by the authorities, he was transferred to a military hospital, where he underwent the traumatic amputation of one of his legs. In response, military head Ibrahim Babangida demanded a swift and decisive trial. After an extensive 80-minute ruling, Anini was found guilty on multiple charges, including armed robbery and the illicit possession and use of firearms. In February 1987, he received his sentence from Justice James Omo Agege, the presiding judge of the first armed robbery and firearms tribunal. In a poignant statement that echoed through the annals of crime in Nigeria, Justice Omo Agege remarked, Anini will forever be remembered in the history of crime in this country, but it will be of unblessed memory. Then, on March 29th of that same year, Anini and his deputy, Osunbor, faced a dramatic public execution by firing squad. Eyewitness accounts from the Associated Press noted that thousands gathered in Benin State, drawn from all walks of life, to witness this significant moment in the saga of crime and justice in the region. According to a 1986 publication of the African Guardian, Anini revealed to newsmen that he was the proud father of two children, Osaro and Amadi Obogbe, with his beloved wife, Ugo. He also expressed hope for a future child with a woman named Gladys, who had left him behind and sought refuge abroad. In 1985, a dramatic police raid swept through Anini's village, resulting in the arrest of numerous villagers, including his younger sister. His mother, Madam Akugehia Ogadomwangbe, was also detained but later released. In a poignant interview with This Week magazine in 1987, she recounted the harrowing experiences endured by her and her family, who faced unspeakable forms of torture while in police custody. The shadow of Anini's criminal legacy continues to loom over his family. Even 34 years after his death, his children navigate the world carrying the painful label of being the sons of a notorious criminal, facing stigma and judgment with each step they take down the street. I truly hope you all enjoyed the story. As you leave, please take a moment to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you won't miss out on any future adventures. Remember, our motto is simple, yet powerful. Stay dangerous.